Clarity, silence, long, drawn-out, thoughtful pauses between breaths. She held her tongue for over an hour with a viciousness in her eyes that met mine in solemnity. She hurts me every time she visits. I only try to show her how beautiful she is. She always lets the vitriol spill, and I have only dread to accompany the pain and relief when she flees. She knows my name, she knows my life. She sees every part of me, and I cannot begin to understand why she does not acknowledge the beauty I have shown her. My skin is bruised from her pinches, scarred with her cuts. My teeth are loose with her punches. My fingers have been snapped and my ears have been clapped. She is my tormentor. She never gives me an ounce of glory. She matched me in her linens. Her lank brown hair was braided across one shoulder, the end of which is frequently drawn to mouth. We both sit cross-legged, rocking back and forth to some internal melody, but today we are out of sync. Where I usually seethe quietly, I reacted. I yelled back at her. I refuted her lies. This, more than anything else I could have done, angered her. It makes her punch with a slew of everything that is wrong with me, from the slope of my nose to the shape of my toes. I am the image of her. This time, when my pores were flayed open with her venomous lies, when my jaw was broken with her frenzied blows, I couldn't take it anymore. She cried without tears. She tried to touch me in an attempt to comfort herself. Her nails shifted across the glass, trying to claw some hope back into me, but I was only filled with rage. She hurt me. I would teach her a lesson. She left, but only a few hours later she returned to hurt me again. I know she doesn't love me anymore. She has punched me countlessly, and something has been pushed ajar. Some window has opened. I don't feel restricted to her. I know she doesn't see us as we are anymore. If she did, she would notice that I no longer dance her dance. She would notice I am not crying anymore. She would notice that she's just raging at hollow glass, and I am not begging for mercy. She let loose a blow. She broke the mirror this time. A long, wide shard fell, perhaps because I wasn't there to suffer the blow. I reached for the shard and gave her a slice. It was a long one, from the inside of her armpit down to her elbow. It was quick and sharp. I don't believe she noticed. But for me, it was a joy to see the way her skin parted in minute red lines that seeped with pearls of blood. She kept going with her filth, so I continued as well. It was a balance. She would tell me she couldn't stand to look at me, and that was true. She wasn't looking me at all, was she? If she were truly looking at herself, she would notice that she was being ripped to shreds in the way she'd been tearing my heart apart for months. By the time she and I were done, she was no longer the pristine angel I had always gushed over. She was a new beauty, the sort that has tendrils of red lacing her flesh. A beautiful mixture of delicate and might. There is a picture on her wall with a lovely pattern that I've always admired, one that I matched quite closely. A fleur-de-lis was easily carved on the center of her chest as she sat for over an hour, hurling one negative thought after another. 1,000 ill fates after 15 minutes of, "You'll never be good enough, swine." The girl can curse. Each one felt like a needle prodding the lining of my stomach. I know the improvements will be permanent when all is said and done. The effort of it exhausted me, but I exerted no more or less energy than she had provided, that I was required to endure from her as usual. I dropped the shard and fell. She collapsed from blood loss, still murmuring her hatred. We fell asleep. This morning, I awakened to something different, a vibrance like no other. She smiles at me today. Her forehead is against the glass, crooning words of love, barely believed, but believed. She has never seen things the way they appear. I know she's a pretty girl. She knows she's a pretty girl, and so does the girl behind her. That one's reflection has never had to suffer the kind of abuse I have. She presses her hand up against the cold glass, and I match it. I feel her love pour over me as she rocks back and forth in a white terry cloth robe, bandages peeking out from her sleeves. This is all I ever wanted. Her adoration in return for mine. She will heal. She will move on with her life. Maybe she'll even hurt me again, for which I will punish her in kind. But take heed, you others. I am not the only one who is squeezing through the door. If you hurt us, we will hurt you back. We aren't going to take it anymore.
Hello everyone, Josei Kage here. Thank you very much for watching my video. If you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more spooks. Also, if there is a creepypasta or other story that you would like me to read, you can go ahead and send your recommendations to my email, which is in the description below. Keep watching, if you dare.